Hey folks, recently in 2025, Brave has changed how we do Alliance moon mining. And in light of that, I want to take the opportunity to do a short class that both shows and demonstrates how to do multi-box mining, as well as how to effectively utilize the new Brave services that you may not be aware for either you as a solo miner, you mining in a small group, or if you are a multi-boxer. So to start off, I wanted to take a moment and just do a sale or do an advertisement for the mining ops and the mining ops pings channels on Slack. In the mining ops channel, you can see where all the other miners hang out. We chat every single day. You can ask questions, things like that. Mining op pings is where we ping out that we have bridges available from our staging systems. So these are Rorqual bridges, so you can just get onto the Rorqual and get bridged to wherever the moon mining is, as well as for returning home. Additionally, I wanted to shout out the Pings Moon channel. This is the channel where you're going to see all the moons that get pinged as well as their compositions. Okay, so that's it for Slack. Now let's move over to our actual fleet. Kara is doing a great job at consistently keeping a fleet up. What he has is he normally will have Naomi Mabinar or one of his tunes will have a fleet up. It'll be called Brave Moon Miners. So you're going to want to join that. So let me go ahead and join it. And in here we should have the message of the day set up with what system we're currently mining and then where the Orca currently is. And if you don't know what Orca is, just hold on a sec, we'll get there. First thing you want to do if you have multiple miners is you want to find your name, drag yourself to an empty squad, and then go ahead and invite all of your folks. So let me get all my tunes in, and let me get undocked. Okay, so now I mentioned this Orca thing. So what is that? So we actually have a POS set up on every single moon now, about anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000-ish kilometers off. POS is just an old player-owned structure, that a starbase, that provides a force field. So anything inside this is completely immune from any damage. And we'll get into what's useful about that in a sec. But we will have an AFK Orca sitting here in the POS with this compression module turned on. So anytime you're on grid and you... So anytime you are on grid and you need to compress your ore, you can just warp to the Orca and you'll be good to go. Okay, so let me go ahead and warp down to one of these rocks. Again, you need to be on the right character. Drive active. So for this example, I have 9 miners and a porpoise, but again, this is for everyone. So if you're a multi-boxer, this is for you. If you're just a single miner, that's fine as well. If you're a single miner and you would like boost, just post in that mining ops channel that you're looking for someone to do boost. Okay, so first thing I do is I get all my drones out. And then I will get, once I get them all out, I assign them to my drone bunny. You notice I don't have 5 on some because the rats like to eat them. I get my boost up. Get my little survey modules to see what I want to mine. And I start getting folks assigned to their things. Okay, so now we're mining. So now what I like to do is I will now have my porpoise, I eject a single mining laser charge, and this will generate a can. And then I have everyone open the can. We got rats already. That's fine. We'll ignore them for a bit. Okay, so now so all my tunes, how I have my UI set up in the bottom left over here, I have my inventory where I have all the tunes have the cargo opened as well as their mining hold opened. And now, let me go ahead and start killing these rats. I have a target painter on my main drone bunny, and you'll see because I've target painted and everything's assigned, they will go forth and conquer. We just finished our first cycle. So what I like to do is I usually wait for 2 cycles. But to speed up the video, we're not going to wait. So just imagine I have 2 cycles. So I have twice as much. I have 566, I have 278, right? So I'll drag this all into the cargo container. And then on my porpoise, I will highlight everything and I will drag it into my mining hold. And now you'll see why I have this optimization charge here. So because I dragged in the mining hold, optimization charges don't go in mining holds, so it will not go. Therefore, the can will not disappear. Because if I did not have this here and I dragged everything into the mining hold, the can would disappear. That'd be very bad. Okay, so once I load up, I warp my, well, let's assume we don't have a location. So let me find our Orca pilot. And instead I'm going to warp to our Orca pilot.
Drive active.
And while we're in warp, I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that cargo container so I don't lose it. You'll see I warped into the Orca, and I'm now in range. Highlight, compress. Oh. Highlight, compress, and boom! Now I have compressed ore. So now I will bookmark a location here, which I already have. This way I can just do my warps from this location window. So now I'm going to warp back to my cargo container. And when I land, I'm going to boost up. And boom, we're back mining. Everything's going fine. Now, you'll see that I have a lot of time left over. So I've done the math. It's about 45 seconds for me to warp to the Orca, compress, and get back. And about 75 seconds if I wanted to also drop off everything in the Athenor. So that means I can support with warping to Athenor in between. So 75 seconds. That's 14 perfectly skilled ore strip miner hulks. Or I could do 25 hulks if I'm just warping back and forth between the POS. So very, very easy to scale. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll load back. Now that I'm back, I'll load back up. Now that I have my I finished 2 cycles this time, so I'll quickly load up. And then I will drag, warp back to my POS.
Warp drive active.
And just kind of show you the whole cycle one more time. But this time, let's say I want to go to the Athenor to like drop off my mining holes. So I need to make sure I decycle links because I won't be able to dock at the Athenor if I don't do that.
Warp drive active.
Going to warp to my little safe I have on the Athenor inside tether range. I have to wait for my weapons timer, which will be up here before I can do anything with the Athenor, but as soon as it's done, I will go ahead and do a cargo deposit for everything that I just picked up. And now if I die on the grid, I won't lose my hard-earned ore. And that's it. That concludes how to use this. We will have this on every single moon to the best extent we can. So you can just expect from now on to have compression, quote unquote, on grid with a little bit of warping in between. If you have any questions, please, as I mentioned earlier, please reach out in the mining operations channel on Slack. They will be able to answer all of your questions. Okay, thank you very much.